Once upon a time, an evangelist came to town. Using all the right words, he preached against sin and for righteousness. People responded to his appeal to repent and be saved. And with the fervor of their newfound religion, they became active in the town's various churches, and they began to teach and to do what they thought was the right thing. One group began circulating a petition calling for prayer in the schools. Many signed without hesitation, but others expressed reservations, saying they believed in the separation of church and state. Another group started a letter-writing campaign to elected representatives, urging that they pass arms control legislation to reduce the threat of war. Others urged an arms buildup in order to maintain peace through strength. And a third group voiced the conviction that the church should stick to religion and stay out of politics. As the religious atmosphere in the town became less and less civil, many people changed churches. Some flocked to First Fundamental Church. A few found their way to the Church of Liberal Religion, while others headed for either Middle Road Church or God's Good Time Church. And when all was said and done, a large percentage of folks just dropped out. And life for them went on somewhat happily ever after. Fairy tale or not, that scenario has been repeated every generation or so since the first Church of Rome was established. Conservative Jewish Christians thought that no one should eat meat that had been offered to idols. Liberal Gentile Christians didn't think what a person ate made any difference, and that as Christians, everyone was free to eat or not to eat whatever they chose. Paul saw that the Roman church was being torn apart by the way that Christians were handling their differences. True believers were destroying the fellowship that the Spirit of God had called into being. Paul urged all Christians to live by their convictions without imposing them on those who held opposing convictions. He wrote, "Do not, for the sake of food, destroy the work of God." Well, we've gotten past the eating meat controversy, but I've been around long enough to know that there is always a new controversy right around the corner, and something always stirring among true believers that threatens to destroy the work of God. Let's guard against zealous, soundbite faith that demands unison in all things. And wherever we stand on the issues of the day, let's live in harmony, believing in the goodness and power of God, and trusting God to order the results of our decisions and of our actions. Next week will be my last week in the presbytery office as I complete my tenure as interim executive presbyter, and as you prepare next month to welcome the Reverend Rebecca Burton as your new executive presbyter. I've enjoyed my work among you, and I wish you well as you move into the future with Becky Burton. Thank you.